Hey there everyone, what's up? This is Iram here and I hope that you all are doing well. So today we are going to create this seasonal website. Seasonal means that it is a Christmas theme and actually I'm going to use some JavaScript in this one. So here is the image slider. It's a bootstrap image slider I'm going to use here. Then this is a to-do list and this to-do list is I have used JavaScript in this one, but it has a lot. It has to be a lot in the function of JavaScript or in aspect of JavaScript. But today we are just going to make it functioning, not of that level as I want it to be. So I'll explain you that what is the other level I want it to be. So it is just because today when we are going to start it, so we are going to have a lot of things to do with the design. Then in the next video we will make it functional a bit, but in the next video it will be more functional and you guys are going to learn something about local storage also. So in today's video we are not going to learn about local storage, we are just going to make it functional, okay? And in the next video I'll explain you that how we can add a functionality or how we can use it or how we can save it in our local storage. Okay, here is it's just a section. I don't know what to name this section, so it's just a section just for the design purpose. Second thing, don't think more about the design, because the main purpose of this one is to-do list by having a JavaScript. So let's get started. All these images I've got from Unsplash and pexels.com. Okay, from pexels.com and from Unsplash I've got this background image, these slider images. But these images, I have a friend, she was working with one of the project and I've got these images from her. Okay, this one, and this one, these three images I've got from my friend. But this slider images and this background image I've got from Unsplash and pexels.com. So let's get started. Start coding for this one. I've already created a folder on my desktop which is Christmas. I do have images. Here are the images. And now what I'm going to do is hold on. Let me create a file, index.html. It's a bootstrap project. The second file I would like to create is main.css, and the third I would like to have a main.js. So in the index.html, I would like to go with the bootstrap extension. So I've just typed B4, I've pressed enter, and it is a bootstrap starter template. So I just name it Christmas record. Now I would like to link it with my CSS. My CSS I would like to link with this index.html and style sheet, and it is related to main, not me related to, sorry. The link is going to be main.css. Then I would like to use, let me show you that here in this here on the slider, let me show you that you can see the text, both of the text, the title and the subtitle, they have some animation effect. I know it's not that kind of professional, but let's go with this one. And here animate.style, it's a website, I'm sure that you guys know about it. If you don't know, go and check this one, animate.css. It has all the animation styles you would like to go with, like let's go with this tada, swing, heartbeat, back and down. Okay, so you guys can give it a try. And here what I'm going to do, I don't want to download it. The process of installing it or downloading it by using a node package manager, npm, and you have to follow this process by using yarn also, but I'm going to use this CDN. So I just want to copy the link and I would like to paste it within the header. Then the font I have used, let me close this one because we don't have to do anything with this. The font I have used, this fancy font, I like this font, so I would like to mention you that I've got it from Google Fonts. Here is this one, Langer or Langar. So let me install this one. I'm not going to download it again. It has only one style, regular 400. So I just want to go with it. I want to copy this one from here and let me paste it here. Okay, and then here is the font family. So let me copy this one and I would like to paste it within my CSS. So here is this one, so Langer, I think it is Langer. Okay, now the next one is I have to attach this main.js, so I would like to attach it in my kind of a footer, not actually. I'm not going to download it, I don't want to link the script file in the head section. I'm going to link it in the body section and in the end of the body. So I just say script, the source is going to be main.js dot and it's done. Okay, then font awesome icons. So I don't think that I have used font awesome. Let me check again. So yeah, I have used in the responsiveness or these one also in the slider. So leave the responsiveness. Let me tell you, go to fontawesome.com website. Now they are using version 6 is in alpha, so I don't prefer to go with alpha. Let it be a stable version, so it's not stable. And here mention your email address, follow the instructions, get the code. I have already got mine. It's been a long time, so I'm just using this one. Okay, just copy this and paste it here. So we have done with our starter template. I don't think that I left anything. I think I've covered everything, the important things. Now what I'm going to do, let's start creating the nav bar. Let me close this one and this one. So the nav bar and the slider. Okay, so here I am in the body section. I would like to go with the header element and assigning it a class. The class is going to be top header. Again, I'm trying to give you a nice perfect design, but suppose if I left anything or anything is just by mistake, then please don't worry about the style. The main purpose is this JavaScript section or this to-do list, or if you will have any problem in the design, you just let me know, then I'll try to finish this one. Okay, header top, and then after let's go with the nav, assigning it a class. The class is going to be nav bar. Again, header nav and nav bar expand large. Let's have another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container. During this container class, let's have anchor tag where I would like to go with the class. The class is going to be nav bar brand for the logo, and it is going to be, let's say, Merry Christmas. Okay, Then after, I would like to go with the button element. Let's assign a class to this button, and the class is going to be Nav Bar. Then we have to go with actually Nav Bar toggler. Type is going to be button. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this process because in almost all of my projects I'm using this bootstrap Nav Bar. It is easy to make and it doesn't take much time, so I always prefer to use this one. Now data target is going to be my Nav Bar, and let's use the aria expanded, which is going to be false, and the aria label, which is going to be toggle navigation. The navigation, I'm going to use it in CSS. Okay, now within this button, I'm not going to use the font awesome icon button, but what I'm going to do, I just want to use the span element, and then I'll style it in CSS. So let me have it for 3 times. Okay, then after this button, let me bring it here. I would like to go with the division, assigning it a class. The class is going to be collapse navbar collapse, justify content end, and then I would like to go with an ID. The ID is going to be my navbar, this one. Okay, this target ID I'm using here. Okay, the next thing I would like to have is the unordered list, where I would like to assign a class. The class is going to be navbar nav, and then I would like to go with the list item. So the first list item is going to have an anchor link or an anchor tag, where I'm not going to do anything with this, and I should say active, but you know why I'm saying it active. It should be a class. Okay, so it should be a class. The class is going to be nav link and active. Okay, and then after, let's close this anchor tag, and here I would like to say home. Now what I'm going to do, I just want to copy and paste it for several times. So it would be wish, best deals, and donate. So what I'm going to do here it is going to be wish or Christmas wish, and then I would like to go with the best deals, and I would like to go with the donation. So donate. Now let's save it, move on to the browser first, and then we'll okay, the browser, I have to use my live server, and then we'll see what we have to do next. Okay, so here is my live server. You can see the tab, this tab, it is saying Christmas record, and it is not showing me the elements. Why is it not showing me the elements? Let me check. Okay, and then the nav bar division container, it's Merry Christmas, and hold on. Okay, just checking. Nav bar collapse, and these list items. So it's only a container. I cannot see the nav link. Okay, we'll see what's going on there in the code. Here in this section, I think until now I haven't made any mistake. Use this end here. Okay, let's style it in CSS, and let's see that. Then it would be easy for me to find my mistake. Okay, First of all, let's have a comment here, and it is going to be a header. So let me get the class of top header, where not only top header but excuse me, nav bar. So where within this top header and nav bar, top header nav bar, I would like to have a padding. The padding is going to be 5 pixels and 0 pixels. Okay, then the next thing is again the top header. Here I would like to go with the background, and the background, just for some reason I want to have it red. Yeah, I just want to see those nav links, so I cannot see. Okay, we'll check. Then I would like to go with the position. So the position is going to be absolute. Then let's go with the top. It would be 0 pixels. Then let's use the left, and it's also going to be a 0 pixel. Then we have to go with the width, which would be 100%. Margin 0 and auto. Let's save it and let's check. Okay, let's use the z index here. Z index. Let's use the top header. Top header nav bar, nav bar, and then the nav bar collapse list item. Oh, sorry, unordered list item, and an anchor tag. Here I would like to use the text transformation. It is going to be capitalized, and I would like to go with the font size, which would be 14 pixels. Then I would like to go with the padding, 8 pixels and then 15 pixels. Let's use the position, which is going to be relative because it is absolute there. Let's use the font weight, and unfortunately we have only one font weight, that is 400. Let me check. Yep, it's only, we have where it is, it's not showing there. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it has only 400. I just remember. Okay, so yeah, because it has only one style, so they didn't mention over there in the code, but it's okay. It's for the font weight is going to be 400, and then let's use the overflow, which is going to be hidden, and the spelling of the flow, FL, and hidden. Save it, move on to the browser. Nothing is happening. Let's use the top nav bar active class. First of all, let me copy this one, paste it here, and I would like to use the active class. So the active class is going to have a background. So the background for this is going to be E91327 and E9, it's E actually, E91237, and the color for the nav links or this active class is going to be white, and the border radius is going to be 0 and 15 pixels. And I think I've made a mistake in my markup. Let's go to the markup first and let's check. Let me check it again, that where is the mistake I've made. First of all, it is top nav. I have found one of my mistake. One is ARIA controls, and ARIA controls, it is going to be my nav bar, and first of all here this is a mistake and it's not working here. It should be in the nav links. Expanded false. Okay, so here in the spellings it's nav bar collapse. My apologies, it's a collapse and now it is going to work. Yep, so we have the nav links here. Okay, now I would like to remove this background, this red one, and let's go with the white one. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so it is the link is how it is going to be shown, and it is this one. So we have to fix that issue. Okay, then the next thing after this active class, I would like to get this one. I want to copy this, paste it here, and it has to be hover, and then after this hover I would like to go with another, but this time I would like to use focus for those smaller screens. And here the background I would like to go with, again, the theme color of this is E91327, and border radius is going to be 0 and 15 pixels. And yeah, so we'll fix this issue, don't worry about it. Okay, and secondly, I've told you don't worry about the design. If anything isn't covered in this video, I'll cover in the next one. Okay, then the next thing I would like to go with is in the second part. I'll cover in the second part. So this is the here I have to define a margin first. So the margin is going to be 0 and top 2 pixels, you can see. Okay, before they were just like kind of a merge. They were just merging each other in each other. Like, let me show you when I haven't used this one. Okay, so you guys can see that there isn't any margin between them, but now after having this margin we have enough space between them. Okay, then the other thing is going to be top header, and I want to use it here, but I would like to use it here. Fixed top in this project. Let me show you, check that. Yeah, the nav bar isn't fixed on top, so that's why I have fixed it on top. Okay, yeah, and the font is not applying here. What's wrong with this? Here I do have a nice font, and I've noticed that the font is not here. Need to check too many things. No. Okay, so first of all, let's fix this issue. It just came into my mind that I've used this active class with all other nav links, so I have to delete this active class from all other elements. And now it is done. Now let's have to fix the font issue. So let's use a developer tool for this thing, and I would like to go with, here is the nav container, and we do have, let's go with this brand first of all. And with the brand here I would like to say font family, and the font family we are using is Langer. And okay, so Okay, so it's working and it's looking good. So what I'm going to do, not from here, let's go back, and here in the nav bar and header, first of all, let's use the font family, and I would like to use the font family. I want to copy this from here, and in the nav links, let's put it here. Okay, save. Okay, so here we have the links, but there, let's change the font size. Despite of 14, let's go with 16, and let's see how does it look. Okay, it's looking a little better, but let's go with 18, and okay, now it's looking good. Well, let's go with 20. Sorry, just here we are, and I think, yep, 20 is better. Then I think we haven't used any style for the background. Oh, sorry, the nav brand. So let's start working with the nav brand, and then we will change the font size of the nav brand too. Okay, so here we are, and nav brand. Yeah. Okay, when it's when we reach to that level, we will change it. The next thing is nav bar toggler, and here the border. Two pixels solid, and let's have a border radius here. So the border radius is going to be 0, and let's use the margin. Margin is going to be 16 pixels and 15 pixels. Then let's use the padding, which would be 10 pixels and 10 pixels. And let's use the transition, excuse me, all 0.2 seconds. Let's go with linear. Okay, now let's use the span element, and for that span element I just want to copy this and let me paste it here. Let's say span, and the background is going to be same, and display would be block width is going to be, what would be the width, 22 pixels, and height would be 2 pixels, and let's use the margin, and the margin is going to be 0 and auto, and border radius is going to be 1 pixels, and let's say transition is going to be all 0.2 seconds is, oh sorry, linear. I've used the linear before, and what I'm thinking, let's say nav, okay, I have this nav bar and span plus span, all the span elements, and the margin top for this is going to be 5 pixels. Then nav bar toggler hover, and here the border is going to be 2 pixels solid. Here is the color, and let's do something else, and that something else is going to be nav bar toggler hover and span. So it is span, and the span is going to have a background, not an attachment, but only a background. So let's go to the browser. Here we are, and let's check this one. Okay, so when I click on it, let me show you again. Okay, so we do have a nice effect. That's good. This has to be in a different font. So for this, let me get the class, and the class is header nav. Okay, header nav. So what I'm going to do, let's say top header nav. No, sorry, not header nav. We have to go with the brand. Just sorry, Nav Bar brand. Okay, so Nav Bar brand, and here the font family. I don't remember if I have saved that. No, I had copied and pasted before, but what we can do, let me copy this one and let's paste it here, save it, and let's see. Okay, and let's change the font size a little bit. So the font size, the other one was 20, and let's go with 22 pixels. Okay, here we are, and no, not looking good with 22 pixels. Let's go with 24. Let's see, and yeah, looking good. And if we want to change the color, so the color is going to be, yep, okay, looking good. Let's change the nav links color also. So where are the and here, let's change the color, but because the active link is not here, hold on, here, sorry. Okay, now it's looking good, but there is a problem. So for hover, where is the hover? And here hover and focus, and here the color for hover is going to be white. So okay, now it's looking good, good enough. Let's go and work with this slider. So here we are, my neighbor's dog. Okay, so here we have to say hero section, and let's have end of hero section. So here in this area, or within these lines, let's go and start working with the hero section, where I would like to go with the section element, and let's have an ID. The ID is going to be hero. Then we have to go with the division, assigning it a class. The class is going to be hero container. Okay, then after, let's go with another division, assigning it an ID, and this ID is going to be hero carousel, and hero carousel, and let's have a class. This class is going to be carousel, then slide carousel fade, okay, because it has a fading effect. And then we have to use a data write. The data write is also going to be carousel. Okay, I just want to confirm my spellings, CRUSEL. Okay, then after here within this div, let's go with some order list. So order list is going to have a class, and this class is going to have a carousel indicators. Let's have an ID. This ID is going to be hero hero carousel hero carousel indicators, okay, and the ordered list is finished. Then we have to go with a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be carousel item, inner, and assign it a role. The role is going to be a list box. And then after having this list box, let me close it. Okay, we have to go with the slide. So the first slide, let's say slide 1, and the slide 1 is going to have a division, assigning it a class. The class is going to be carousel item active, and let's use the inner style, which would be style background image. And the mistake I made, background image, and the image is going to have a URL. So this URL, I do have images in my images folder, so let's say images, and I would like to go with the slider 0, and let's close it. And here we have to close the we have to close the div. Okay, then after, let's have a carousel container. So for this, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to create another div, assigning it a class. This class is going to be carousel container, and then let's have another division, assigning it a class. This class is also going to be carousel content and container, carousel content container, in which we are going to have a heading 2. Our heading 2 is going to have a class. Here I'm going to use the animate. Remember animate.style. So we linked it here somewhere. Where's that? This one, okay, animate.css. So we have installed the CDN of this one. Linked the CDN of this animate.style, and here I'm going to use those styles. Okay. So what I'm going to say, animate, then by holding shift, I am using the hyphen or the underscore by holding shift. Okay, and now I would like to go with the animate, and then animated. Okay, so you know what, I've made a mistake. It's not animated. This one is not animated. This is going to be animated. Animated, and then again animate, and here I'm going to define the role, the animation style, which is roll in, and again I'm saying animate, and here I'm going to define the time. So it is going to delay for 3 seconds, which is, I think it's too much. Let's go with 2 seconds, okay, because in my case the first one is 2 seconds. And here let's say Merry Christmas. Okay, and then we have to say that it's not Merry Christmas in this, but let's use a span element. And here within this span element, I'm going to use the Christmas. So it is Merry Christmas. Okay, the next thing is it's a P element with a class again. And the class is going to be again animated, again animate, and let's see a roll in, and then I would like to go with animate, delay, and it is going to delay for 3 seconds. I think 3 seconds are enough for the P element. And within this P element, I would like to go with some lorem text, which would be of 10 words. Okay. The next thing is a button. So this button, okay. So you can see that how they are rolling in with the 3 seconds of delay. But in our case, I have changed it into 2 seconds. Now let's go with this button. So for this, the button, what I'm going to do is I just want to have a anchor tag, href, and let's assign it a class. This class is going to be btn get started and read more. Okay, and what I'm going to do, I've seen a problem here. This one, I don't want this to be here. And now I would like to go with okay, let's go to the okay, we have to set it, but it's okay, we do have the background image and all the other things. Now what I'm going to do, I just want to copy this one from the slide 1, and I want to copy this. I would like to paste it here, and then here I want to change something. First of all, I want to change this active class. I don't want to be here. I have removed this active class from here. The second thing is slider name. So I'm going to use the second slider. Again, I've saved it. Let's use the third one. Again, I'm going to use remove the active class, and here the slider is going to be slider 2. Let's save this one, and here, just for the convenience, first of all, let's go to the browser. Okay, so we cannot see anything, but we have the images here. Now what we are going to do next is we have to work for the sliding and the buttons, the previous and next buttons, these ones. Okay, these indicators or the buttons, whatever you want to name it. So for this, I'm going to use this anchor tag, carousel control prev. For the previous one, the href is going to be hero carousel, and you know this hero carousel, I have used this ID here. Okay, this ID, so I'm using this ID here. You can see in a link, hero carousel. Now let's assign a role to this one. So the role is going to be button, and data is going to be data slide previous. Okay, and then after this, within this anchor tag, we have to go with the span element, assigning it a class. Class is going to be carousel, spanning of the carousel, carousel, and this carousel is going to have a carousel control preview icon, and here let's say aria hidden is going to be true. And then after this span element, let's use the font awesome icon here. So for this one, let's have a I am assigning it a class. This class is going to be FA arrow and circle arrow circle left, and I want the size of this arrow or this icon 2 times bigger than its actual size. Okay, and then I would like to say that it has to be shown only on screen. So the span assigning a class, the class is saying screen only, and let's say previous. Okay, after this, first of all, let me remove these spaces. Okay, then after this, let's have an element, an anchor tag, assigning it a class. The class is going to be carousel control next. The next, here we have used the previous one, so here we are going to use the next one. And for this, the href is going to have an ID, the same ID, hero carousel. Let's assign a role to this, and the role is going to be button. And you know what I'm thinking, I should copy and paste this one, so to save the time, and I am going to go with the copy paste thing. So from data slide to until this one, I should copy this and let me paste it here. And in place of this prev, let's say first of all here, it is not going to be previous, it is going to be next. And then here is also going to be next, and this one, in despite using left, it is going to be right. Okay, and screen only in here in place of the previous, let me put it here, it is going to be next. Let's save it. I'm sure that I haven't made any mistake here, but if so, we will fix it later. There is, I think there is a mistake somewhere. Let's check something. Let me first remove these extra spaces. Okay, no, I thought that I didn't complete the divs, but they are. Okay, so we do have the carousels here, so but the image is not, images are not so visible or prominent. So let's go to the CSS and start styling this hero section. Here is the hero section, the style.css, and what is the section name? Actually, it's a hero section. Okay, hero section. And here within this hero section, let's start working with the ID, hero ID. So hero, and let's say the width is going to be 100%. Height would be, I'm going to use a calc function. I've used it in many previous projects. So the calc function is going to have 100 view height minus 114 pixels. Then I would like to go with the padding, and the padding is going to be 0, and overflow, what it would be, hidden. Let's go to the, okay, why it's not showing us? Because 100 view height, I've used the calc function, 100 view height minus, and okay, so we have to, now we have to work with the carousel items. So hero and the carousel item. So the carousel item is going to have a width. The width of this is going to be 100%, and it is going to have a height again. And for the height, I would like to copy this one again. I want to paste it here. So 100 view height is going to minus the 114 pixels, and then I would like to go with the background size. Excuse me. Background size is going to be cover. Let's go with the background position. So the background position is going to be top right, and then we have to go with the background repeat. So background repeat is going to be no repeat, and overflow for this again is going to be hidden. Okay, let's go and let's see. Okay, so we do have the image on. So we do have the images or the sliders here. Now the next thing is here, let's go with the container. Okay, so the container of this is Carousel Container. Let's use the display property and assign it a value of flex. And let's use the justify content, and it is going to be center. And I would like to go with the align items, where the items are going to be aligned in the center, and position not relative, absolute, and bottom 0, top 0, left is also going to be 0, and for sure right 0. And again, let's use overflow hidden. Okay, save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so it's here, but it is in black. Okay, the next thing for this carousel content, so hero, and let's use the class of carousel, not container but content. And here the text is going to have alignment of left, and then we have to go with the hero heading 2. So heading 2 is going to have a color of white. Margin bottom is going to be 30 pixels. Let's go with the font size, which is 48 pixels. Let's use the font weight. Font weight is, we have only 400. Let's go with this 400, or suppose, I'm sure it's not going to work, but just for my satisfaction, I want it to be bold. Hold on. Okay, it is working. Good. Let's use the same font. No, not this one, sorry. Where is Merry Christmas? Okay, and we have a span element also, so we have to check that one. Then after this one, I would like to go with the font weight. Let's go with the bold, despite using 900. And the P element, so the width for the P element is going to be 80%. And then we have to go with the animation. No, animation delay is done there, and I have to go with the color. So the color is going to be white. And okay, so okay, looking good. So let's go with the font size, and font size for this one could be 18 pixels. Okay, now the next thing is hero carousel inner, hero carousel inner, and carousel item. What is this? And carousel item. And here in the carousel item, let's use the transition property. Transition property, and the property of transition is going to be opacity, and the background position. Background position for this is going to be centered top. Okay, and the next thing for this is center top, and the next one is going to be, you know what, I'm thinking to copy this one. I just want to paste it here, carousel item, and I want to paste it again here, but this time I'm not going to use this carousel item. I want to use an active class, active, and active carousel and item left, and then I am going to paste the same, but again I'm going to use the active carousel item. Right, opacity is going to be 0, and I would like to use some, let's check something. Feeding. Okay, I need to finish this one. The next one is you know what I'm thinking, let me copy all these things. Okay, all these selectors, copy this. I want to paste them here, and here the first thing is going to be active. I need an active class, because if you guys remember, I don't have an active class here, it's a blank screen. And then we have to go with the carousel item left and right, and then after this let's go with the opacity of 1 here, and the transition here is going to be 0.5 second. Let's save it and let's see. Okay. Okay, we have to fix, we are fixing, don't worry about it. The next thing is I would like to have you know, let me paste this one, and I just want to remove this and this and this too. So what I'm going to do here, I just want to say carousel item next, and then here I would like to say carousel excuse me, carousel item previous, and here I would like to go with the active carousel item left, active carousel item left, active carousel item left, and I just want to copy this one. I want to paste it here. Instead of having this left, I would like to go with the right one. And then here I would like to say left is going to be 0, and transform. So transform, and let's translate. So I would like to use the translate property here. It's going to be 3D with 0, 0 and 0. Okay, so the next thing is hero carousel control previous, and I would like to go with the next one also. So hero carousel class is going to be carousel, not container. Hero carousel control. Next, where the width of this is going to be 10%, and the next thing here is going to be hero and carousel control control next icon. So next icon, and then after this I would like to go with the hero carousel control previous icon. So control previous icon, and let's say background is going to be none, and the font size for this is going to be 48 pixels. Then let's go with the line height, which would be 1. The width for this is going to be auto, and then after I would like to go with the height, which is also going to be auto. Let's save it. Okay, I would like to okay, you know what, okay, so let's go with, first of all, let's go with hero carousel indicators. So hero carousel indicators. So indicators, and the indicators are going to have list items where the cursor is, spelling of my cursor is going to be pointer. I'm so sorry. So hero, and let's go with the button median get started, where the font weight is going to be, let's go with 500. Font size 16 pixels. Letter spacing would be 1 pixel, and I would like to use display property. So display is going to be inline block. Padding is going to be 12 pixels and then 32 pixels. Then we have to use the border radius. Border radius is going to be 5 pixels, and let's use the transition. So transition, what's going on? Transition is going to be 0.5 seconds. Then we have to use the line height, and the line height is going to be 1. Okay, the next thing is margin, and the margin is going to be 10 pixels. Yeah, and then we have to go with the color, and color is going to be white. and let's use animation delay. What is this? Animation delay, and it is going to be 0.7 seconds. And then I would like to go with the border. So the border is going to be 0, but let's use the background, and background is going to be again E9137,327, and then let's have a border radius. So the border radius for this is going to be 0 and 15 pixels. Okay, so we do have this border radius. Now the next thing is hero button get started and hover. So the background for this background, it's not attachment, it's only a background, and the background here is going to be E9. Yeah, why I'm having an error here, but E9 1327, and then after the background, let's use the border radius again, border radius, and the border radius is again 0 and 15 pixels. And now I would like to use some media queries here. So first of all, I would like to say add media, the maximum width for this is going to be 992 pixels, and I would like to say hero, and then again an ID of hero with carousel class, not container but carousel item, where height is, again I'm going to use a calc function, and 100 view height minus 70 pixels. Okay, and then after we have to use the hero carousel, and it is going to be content container. Okay, and let's use the padding. So the padding is going to be 0 and 50 pixels. Then we have to go with another media query. So for this, here we are, and add media. The minimum width for this is going to be 768 pixels, and then we have to go with the hero heading 2, where the font size is going to be 28 pixels. Then we have to go with another media. Minimum width is going to be 124, and let's say hero p element, which is going to have a width of 60%. And then I would like to go with the previous and next button. So hero carousel, and it is going to be control previous, and then hero carousel control next, where the width for this one is going to be 5%. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so we do have a little bit problem here with the navigation bar. We have to fix this one. I'm going to stop this here because the next section is to-do list. This to-do list is just as I've shown you before, the test one. this. It's just a normal to-do list, but I would like to explain I would like to explain you guys the local storage function or local storage type thing. So what I have to do, I'm going to stop it here, and in the next video, in the second part of this video, we will cover this to-do list and then this section. Okay, and maybe I will add some other things also. So for all those, because it is going to be a JavaScript project, so I would like to add JavaScript here and complete JavaScript to define you the local storage. And and just while working with this project right now while recording, just another idea came into my mind. I want to implement that one also. So for that, I would like to stop it here, and in the next video, don't forget to watch the next one, the next part. I'm going to explain you this JavaScript section, this one, and I'm thinking to add some other JavaScript functionality in this one. I'm thinking to add. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one, in the next part of this video, and of course, for sure, we will fix this nav bar issue also. But right now, yeah, okay, it's working, but it's not working as it has to. So I will fix all those issues. I'll see you in the second part with fixing this navigation and rest of the things of this website. I hope you guys will like this one. Until that, hasta la vista. Ciao ciao.